I'm Sophia Reed Harlan, 34, and the moment my world splintered started with a single buzz against my palm while I was sanding the warped leg of the oak dining table. The message was surgical. I've outgrown the version of us that keeps me small. You're no longer my muse. I blinked, sawdust drifting like snow. Marcus had never typed muse unless he was quoting a caption from the vision board retreat he'd made me fund. I set the sander down, thumb hovering, and answered, "Got it." That was all. Marcus Vale, my partner of 4 years, the man who once claimed my heartbeat was the only metronome he needed, had declared me obsolete while I repaired the table he'd cracked during one of his creative rages. The symmetry stung. For 26 months, I'd shouldered 85% of the mortgage on the loft he called our sanctuary. I'd covered his sound healing course, his Reiki crystals, the pop-up poetry slams that somehow always ended at champagne terraces. He'd murmur, "You're my anchor, Soph. I'm the sail," as if sails paid utilities. Our mortgage reset loomed in 10 days. I'd already emailed Ms. Delgado, the property manager, about extending. Marcus assumed I'd handle it, the way he assumed gravity would keep him upright. So when that text landed, I didn't wail or screenshot or draft a viral thread. I simply let the extension expire. Let him taste small when the bank notice arrived. That night he drifted in smelling of Palo Santo, voice syrupy. "Sophia, we need air." He delivered the breakup like a spoken word piece, palms open, pauses timed, every clause beginning, "I honor. I honor that we've plateaued. I honor that you've forgotten how to dream with me." He didn't notice my eyes stayed dry. When he finished, I said, "Cool. Mortgage ends in 10 days. I'm not extending." The hush that followed tasted like vindication. "You're what?" His mask slipped. "I mean exactly that. Ms. Delgado needs my signature. It'll be blank. I'm relocating near the studio." "But the loft, our vibe, was mine," I corrected. "You just inhabited it." Color drained from his face. The poet forgot his lines. I'd spent years translating him to my sister, my boss, my mirror. He's gestating genius. He's in flux. He's a curator of feelings. All he curated was overdraft alerts. Now I let the silence do the explaining. He trailed me to the kitchen, voice cracking. "I don't have a plan B lined up. 10 days, Marcus. Manifest fast." The callback landed like a slap. Later, while I boxed my watercolor sketches, he tried tenderness. "We can transition with grace. I just need a bridge month." "I've been your bridge for 4 years," I said. The toll's exhausted. Next morning, I secured a sunlit one-bedroom for $1,350, deposit wired before lunch. The confirmation ping felt like lungs refilling. Marcus texted, "Can we dialogue?" I left him on read. By dusk, I spoke in haste. You spoke in truth, I thought. He left 4 voicemails. The final one cooed, "This isn't the Sophia I fell for." I whispered to the empty room, "Meet the upgrade." The loft grew lighter as I packed. Marcus oscillated between sulk and overdrive, blasting binaural beats, staging client discovery calls that were monologues on speaker. I labeled boxes in Sharpie, books, plants, past. Night 5, he blocked the doorway while I bubble-wrapped my grandmother's teacups. "You're evicting me with cruelty. You evicted yourself with that text." "I'm just enforcing." He flinched. "Remember signing the papers? You said my chaos balanced your order. Turns out order can stand alone." "Compassion," he begged. "Compassion kept the lights on. You spent the balance." He tried nostalgia next, waved a ticket stub from our first open mic. I slid it into a box marked history. "Memory's portable," I said. "So is consequence." Ms. Delgado stopped by. Marcus attempted charm. She glanced at his income stubs, lips thin. "Mr. Vale, you'd need a guarantor." He spun to me. I met her eyes instead. "No guarantor here." Delgado's nod was almost proud. His sister Clara rang. "Soph, he's spiraling." 1 month. "Clara, I subsidized the spiral. Time to flap or fall." He cooked that night, burnt garlic bread, grocery store rows, candles flickering like a music video. He apologized, eyes glistening on cue. I'd watched him rehearse tears for Patreon lives. I carried my plate to the sink. Save the take for your reels. The following week his empire of one crumbled. No more sunrise affirmations. The crystal grid gathered dust. Old patrons ghosted couch offers. Everyone had unpaid IOUs. Moving day. The crew hauled my mid-century dresser, my indigo rug. Marcus stood in pajama shorts, hair wild. You're stripping the soul of the space. Soul was never on the lease. Last box loaded. I paused at the threshold. You wanted expansion. Expand. Door clicked. 3 days later, Ms. Delgado texted, Mr. Vale's solo application denied. Vacate by 20th. Math is merciless. His texts escalated. 1 month off, new number, new plea. I blocked. Then public martyrdom, a 30-slide carousel, for years of gaslighting and fiscal imprisonment. Choosing my sovereignty. He tagged me, posed beside my old fern. Comments crowned him wounded king. I stayed mute. The algorithm did the rest. Harassment slithered in burner accounts. Heartless switch. You killed his art. Art that couldn't cover Wi-Fi. Clara again, livid. Stop dragging him online. He live-streamed the drag Clara. Then the package. Pressed flower from our canyon hike. Playlist QR code. My handwritten vow from year 1. Note. You once saw galaxies in me. One text shouldn't erase that. I shredded the vow, recycled the petals. Some galaxies go supernova. Final escalation. 2 a.m. video ping. Marcus in his hatchback, streetlight strobing. When someone weaponizes stability, if anything happens to me, no Sophia Reed Harlan pulled the trigger. Thumbnail. Single tear, perfect lighting. I reported, muted, slept. Dawn brought quiet. Real quiet, no diffuser hiss, no passive-aggressive humming. I brewed coffee, opened blinds, let sunlight pool on bare floors that were mine alone. The city hummed beyond the glass, indifferent and alive. I raised my mug to the skyline. Freedom isn't silence. It's the moment you realize the noise was never yours to carry.